Andrew Smith.
Don't use my government name, you fuck.
Andrew...
You curly-haired fuck.
Don't call my hair curly.
Your
Andrew
curly
Smith.
hair. Your big nose. You fucking... Anyways.
Andrew Smith dreamed of a world without women, but not even he could have dreamed of how gay he'd be in that very world. Next on The Twilight Zone.
Am I going to get my head cut off by a helicopter in this? 'Cause I'm fine with that.
I love cursed movies.
Yeah, there's like a docu-series on Shudder about cursed horror movies.
Is that your favorite streaming service?
That's one of them. I got the free trial for 30 days. I watched what I needed to watch, and then I moved on.
You haven't given those Shudder bastards a dime?
No, because like they don't add a lot of stuff, and so once you see the things you want to see, that's kind of it.
What'd you come for? What'd you see?
Well, it had that La Llorona one that was nominated for a Golden Globe.
Yes.
For Best Foreign Language Film.
Which is not the Curse of La Llorona.
No.
Because that one's
an American-made movie that's within the Juan-verse.
Yeah, because that one looked hella stupid.
And this one's like a Guatemalan movie.
Yeah.
It's not even really a horror movie.
Uh-huh.
It's got like some spooky undertones because there's like ghosts and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's more of like a political drama, like bad South American guys who deserve to die kind of situation.
I know a couple of those.
But it was good.
Yeah.
But that's really all I needed it for.
Yeah, when I saw it up for awards, I'm like, is that like that a horror movie? Also, did that movie come out in the last year? I don't think.
No, it came out in 2018.
Yeah, that sounds more right.
Yeah.
I feel like they were touting that as like the scariest movie.
Yeah.
Was that like the advertising?
The advertisement was like
the
scariest one of the whole universe, and it's literally the worst one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the least scary, it's the least well written.
Is it a lot of ladies sneaking up behind you?
Yeah, there's some of that. There's also just sort of like...
Which, honestly, I might just be confusing that with The Nun.
The Nun's better, but it's not much better. The Nun is a lot more of like spooky ghost nun like floating towards you down a hallway.
Yeah.
And La Llorona is a lot of like, oh, the curtains are blowing and it just looks like wind, and then all of a sudden, bam, she's there. Oh my god. Ah, she got me.
Seemed like there's a pretty scary scene inside a car. Seemed pretty spooky to me from that trailer.
It's alright, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
It's
no Dr. Sleep.
I take a... Okay. I take a lot of pride in the fact I haven't seen a single one of those fucking movies.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess the first Conjuring is good.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
But
then after that, it's real downhill from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like so many more coming.
Oh yeah. Well, why stop now?
I mean, you got to make as many Insidious movies. You got to make as many Conjuring universe movies.
Annabelle.
You got to make new Saws starring all black casts because they're super woke.
Does Ouija fit in there, or is that some other shit?
Ouija's its own thing.
That's a shame.
But then there's Wish Upon, which I believe you maybe saw.
I did. I've commentated Wish Upon.
That's the only one you've seen?
I didn't know that was Juan-verse.
Yep.
Interesting.
Because the case thing,
yeah.
Is it a music box? I don't remember.
It's a wishing box.
A wishing box, is one of the things on the shelf in the first Conjuring movie that they've found and is cursed.
Well, I like that. Maybe, no, that sounds kind of cool.
Are you coming around?
Maybe I'll watch all of them.
Sure, I got them.
I know you do.
I don't have Wish Upon, though, unfortunately. And I don't have...
You don't have the only good one? Wish Upon is really, really funny.
I can't confirm that I have either Annabelle's.
That's disappointing to me. Wish Upon is if you described the monkey's paw story to a dummy, and then the dummy told their aging mom, and she wrote a movie. Because, the deal with Monkey's Paw is, you wish for something, and then... Yeah, very good visual.
I was doing the visual. You know what?
Of the finger going down. You wish for something, and you kind of get it, but something equally bad also happens in an ironic way. And this one was, the bitch got her wish, but then, her neighbor down the street, who she doesn't even really know, died.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real, like, something bad will happen to someone.
But you might just be okay.
It's like, I assume, I'm 99% sure you've never seen the movie The Box.
I haven't.
It's the same thing, where, like,
is that
scary man Frank Langella brings you a box.
Cameron Diaz?
And
does Frank have half a face?
He's missing, like, part of his...
A chunk?
Like, mouth or jaw, which I assume is from, like, chewing tobacco, you know? You chew too much and you lose your jaw. But, like, they give you a box, and it's like, if you push the button, you get $1 million, but somebody you don't know will, like, die.
I push the button.
Yeah, Scott, it's not even a question. But of course, they're like, oh, like, but what if we... you know what? It's been a long time since I've seen it. There might also be a dead child involved, where it's like, you push the button, your child comes back, but somebody else's child dies.
I don't push the button.
No, I don't. I would immediately close the box and then kiss Frank Langella.
Yeah, I killed that kid for a reason.
Bye-bye.
I do not need him back.
Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, it's a real... We have a concept, but let's not do it properly.
Yeah.
Now, however, there is an excellent Monkey Paw episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I've probably
that is very, very good. Where, like, I believe their grandfather dies.
Yeah.
And one of their wishes is for their grandfather to come back, but he's like an old, like a spooky zombie like ghost thing.
Yeah.
And I remember there being like a dark street with a lot of fog, kind of like The Exorcist, and the grandfather is like appearing from the mist, or like a car, and he's like gonna get out of the car, and they freak out, and it's been too long since I've seen it, so I don't actually know what the end result was.
Yeah.
But that episode is very good.
Yeah, there's some good Are You Afraid
And that's
of
an
Ghosts.
actual, like, Monkey Paw.
It's actually the correct story.
Yes. Yeah.
Which it seems
like,
to be apparently very hard in
Your
Hollywood.
grandpa comes back to life, but spoiler alert, he's gonna eat your brains.
Yeah. Would I bring my grandpa back knowing he might eat my brains?
I don't know. Would you?
Maybe. The German one.
The German grandfather.
He was cool.
Right.
Because he fought in World War II. No further details.
End of statement.
Need be delved into.
Isn't there, like... No, there was a funny, like, Tosh joke about putting candy in his pocket, or telling kids there was candy in his pocket, but there was just a hole in the bottom of his pocket, and then the crowd, like, kind of got uncomfortable, and he was like, hey, my grandfather fought for this country, or fought in the war. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. But I originally always thought the implication was he was a Nazi, but I was like, oh, no, he's just a pedophile.
Yeah, I don't think, like, the joke needs to be that he's a Nazi when earlier in the joke he's already a pedophile.
Well... You don't know?
Although, it's not like there weren't both out there.
Correct.
There were some worse Nazis than others.
Pedophile Nazis?
Yeah. There were some Nazis who made others look better by comparison. Right?
Yeah, for sure. I believe there were good Nazis.
Yeah. Like that movie, The Good Nazi.
The Good Nazi.
Pixar's The Good Nazi.
Yeah. I feel like there has been a lot of Nazi talk on this podcast lately.
No, you're imagining it.
No, I think you're bringing it up because you want to tell everybody
You
something.
just heard what you wanted to hear.
Scott.
You're crazy.
Scott, I hate to be the one to tell you this.
I'm gaslighting you now.
But you should not be so pro-Nazi, because if you were in Poland or Nazi Germany at the time, they would be very unkind to your type.
Blonde hair, blue-eyed Ubermenches? Yeah, I'd be real worried.
A hard R who's got a limp wrist, perhaps?
a silk sheets sort of fellow?
And also, I'm gonna
a man with a long handshake?
Bold statement, you might also be a gypsy.
Oh my, how damn dare you to come publicly. This is, this is
mentally handicapped homosexual Gypsy. You are 3 things that they hate. Not the most thing that they hate,
but three
other things they also hate.
You know this is going on the internet, right? And you've publicly called me a gypsy. You're gonna have to do so much apologizing.
I'm gonna get a thinner curse put on me. Which, you know what? In all honesty, I could do it. I was gonna say
I would kill for a thinner curse. If somebody could, I can't wait to kill a gypsy's mom.
Yeah, I can't wait either. Like, not only kill a gypsy's mom, but just, like, have no regrets about it afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Until you find out about the curse. And then you're like, oh.
Then you just get to lose weight.
And you know what? You get to lose weight, and you get to eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're never full.
Or he could do the lizard one.
Yeah. I don't want the sheeny curse.
That one's not as good.
I do, yeah, but I could do with the thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you get to be just skin and bones, which is kind of gross.
I don't know, if we
but I could just eat ice cream and pie all day.
If we split one thinner,
yeah,
we'd be good.
Yeah. I could do a half thinner each.
We'd both just get in shape.
Yeah. But what if we only lose weight from, like, our penises?
Well, I'm terrified that if I lose weight, I will only
be able to see your penis again.
No, that ship has sailed.
Oh.
I'm scared I will only lose it in my stomach and none in my chest, and then I'll just be like a regular sized guy with a sweet set of tits,
rocking some solid B's or C's.
Yeah, which I'm not. I don't want to be that guy.
No, who does? Yeah,
a few, but
there are a few. There are definitely some people with interesting fetishes.
All right, enough dicking around. It's time to find out if we have a sponsor for the show tonight.
Okay.
I was recommended by a listener who I specifically told I don't like anything with artificial sweeteners. This listener insisted this is good. This is a Monster Energy. The flavor is Ultra Fiesta, so it will taste like an Ultra Fiesta.
Which is?
I don't know, like will it taste like a quinceañera? It would taste like a girl on her quinceañera? Is that an option?
Yeah, and I'm the one that's going to be in trouble for calling you a gypsy on the podcast.
Absolutely.
I mean, I am going to be. So.
You are. I'm untouchable.
Just try and cancel Scott.
I don't know why.
I dare you.
I don't know why. I have won the uncancel lottery.
The uncancel lottery.
Yeah. So let's
pop this bad boy open. Meanwhile, while you're waiting, I'll do the Final Jeopardy.
Let's check out the bouquet. It's most fruity, tropical. I'm getting some guava. I'm getting some citrus. What do you have the ingredients for me? You have the ingredients, but it's pretty dark in here, and I'm not good at reading on the best of days. So let's just give it a shot. Oh, that's...
Uh-oh.
Well, let me give it a couple.
Let me have a few more sippy sips.
Let's not rush to judgment here. Okay. The fruit aspect of it is the flavor is fine. It's pretty good, actually. I'm sure it would be something I would like if it had sugar in it.
Of course. As is many other things we've tried.
As is, I don't know, every flavor of Bang.
Yeah, or just like a bunch of rock stars and a bunch of monsters.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion maybe off podcast. I don't know if we've had it on podcast.
Let's have it on.
But like all of the energy drinks, the sody pops that are all like less sugar, zero sugar, fake sugar.
Yeah.
Like you're drinking a fucking energy drink. It's not like you're drinking water.
It's not
and you're like, I don't want sugar in my water.
Yeah.
You're drinking an energy drink. You want your heart to get a murmur.
Yes.
That's the point. It's why are we trying to decaffeinate things and de-sugar things? If you didn't want to drink something that was poisonous for you, you would be drinking something healthy.
I want the same ingredients as in a battery and sugar. That is what I want out of my energy drink.
Yes, absolutely. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm having some more sips of this just to be sure. But yeah, at the end of the day, the diet taste, the artificial sweetener taste is still very much there. It is one of the tastes I am the most sensitive to. Like, if you did a 90% sugar, 10% artificial sweetener drink and asked me to detect it, I could. If there is a whiff of fake sugar in there,
it's all aftertaste.
It's aftertaste.
It's all aftertaste.
It's this chemically, because it starts kind of right sweetness wise, and then it just turns into this like neutral non-sweet chemical at the end, which I cannot stand. Here's what I'll say about this so I don't make the listener feel so bad. I'll say the same thing about this as I said about the Beyond Burger. The Beyond Burger is the best vegetarian burger I've ever eaten. It's also still terrible.
It's also still a Beyond Meat burger.
It's still worse than every beef burger I've ever had.
Yeah.
As is this. This is very good for a zero sugar drink. It's also trash. So that's the best I can do.
If you're looking for a good zero sugar drink, this. If you want to taste something that is actually good, if you want
to enjoy the rest of your day, might I suggest a different one?
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of rock stars that are the same. Like if I was given one for free, I would drink it, but I would never buy it because it's got zero sugar in it.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking a Monster or Rockstar because I want to lose weight.
How about a Monstar?
I'll drink a Monstar.
Space Jam style.
Yep. Is it going to bring up bad feelings for you?
Are we going to talk? Should we talk about that on a movie podcast and not a wrestling one?
I think we already did, didn't we?
Did we talk about Lola?
I think so.
All right.
If not, audience, remind us, and then we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah. Because we got shit. If we haven't said it, we got shit to say. I was seeing if this lists what fruits are actually involved, and it's not in the ingredients. Is it in like the description of the drink itself?
The actual flavor?
Yeah. Let's see. Sleep later, because tonight we're gonna fiesta like there's no mañana. Otra fiesta, ay ay ay, celebrates the nights that turn into mornings and the friends we now call familia. Zero Sugar Ultra Fiesta blends juicy mango flavor into the Ultra we love. Oh, so there's like, okay. There's like a base Ultra.
A base Ultra.
Because they've blended mango into the that classic Monster Energy Ultra that we know and love.
Of course.
We've blended juicy mango in the Ultra we love, finished off with a full load of our Monster Energy blend. Okay, what? Okay.
Load.
Here's I'm going to read this sentence again and see if we can at all figure it out. Zero Sugar Ultra Fiesta blends juicy mango flavor into the Ultra we love, finished off with a full load of our Monster Energy blend. Danada. Upside down exclamation mark on the left. Regular exclamation mark on the right.
Well, it is Spanish.
So, I am at a loss. So there.
This is a real.
I am
frustrating day for you.
I am I am just flummoxed by the flavor. So mango has been blended into the base Ultra.
Yeah.
And then they've also put in Monster. So Ultra has nothing to do with Monster Energy, because that's the third thing. That the three things in this are mango, Ultra, and Monster Energy.
Yeah. All logical things.
Is it MK Ultra?
MK Ultra, yeah.
Is Monster mind controlling me?
Yes.
Is the CIA using this drink?
Yes.
I don't know about this. I'm gonna have one more sip, because anything in my hand I will eat or drink all of, whether or not I like it, and then I'm gonna put it on the floor.
Give it to me so it's not on the floor. Scott,
here.
What if I told you that there was a professional wrestler Oh. No, it's not. Hold on. It's not the. Is it? No, it's not. Whose name is Duke Swellington.
That is fucking sick. That's almost as good as chest flexor.
Yes. Or most of the names Chucky T went by.
Yes.
Yes.
Rick Beanbag.
Oh, Rick Beanbag.
Rich Mahogany.
Rich Mahogany is the one.
Yeah.
Like, that's excellent work. Whoever came up with that idea, which I assume was Chucky T, you are a brilliant man.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember what this podcast is about. This is the one where we take down ISIS, right?
I think Trump already did that.
Oh, they won? Did they get a banner?
That's true. It's hard to know when we've defeated someone in the Middle East without a big banner.
I do like big banners.
On an aircraft carrier.
Yep. Well before you've actually done it.
Kind of before you did anything.
Yeah.
Like before the war even really started.
Just send guys there and then say it's over.
Like we honestly like
we did it.
I like I'm saying we had nothing to do with it. But they sent like the first wave of guys there and then we should get the banner. We should put the banner up. Let's do it.
Hey, guys, we got the banner. What do we do with it? I don't know. Put it up.
Put it up.
Everybody should see it.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Guys, we did it. We killed Osama. I also just love the balls to kill Osama, take him onto an aircraft carrier, drop his body in the ocean,
dump his ass,
and so then they're like, "Oh, fuck him!" Like they're not going to celebrate him. Like, real cool.
That's in one way a tight move, but in the other way it just fuels conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
In that they didn't kill him.
That they didn't kill him?
Like, prove you killed him.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't really. I assume there's pictures of dead Osama.
Well,
I assume they have pictures of dead Osama.
Apparently, I think there was pictures taken that were only sent to, I don't know, Secretary of Defense or something.
And The Rock.
And they showed Obama, and then and then they deleted them. That was it. Like, no one should see this because it'll start...
Why not keep them?
Problems, you know?
Frame them. Put it in your study.
I mean, also, like, you're out of office now, so, like, fucking do it.
Who are you trying to
America's already fucked. Just, like, not my problem. I live in Hawaii. See ya. Peace. And then just send the pictures.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a visual man. I want proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't... None of this zero dark 30 business.
They should have... I mean, they must have, like... body cams or someone filmed it or something of dumping him.
Probably.
There's got to be
There's
got to be dump cam.
There's got to be dump cam. That's what creepy dudes in Czech Republic do with those bathrooms. Where like it's just the squat, like it's in the ground.
Yeah.
And you're just squatting over something.
Yeah, that's not as cool dump cam.
Yeah. That's not the real dump cam.
Yeah. The real dump cams of Orange County.
I don't think there's dump cams in Orange County. Nobody's pooping in Orange County.
No, everyone's too classy to poop in Orange County.
Yeah. Nobody poops.
The OC.
In the OC.
Your Adam Brody's. Your Peter Gallagher's.
Mm-hmm.
Your how come I can only name the boys on the OC? There were some hot girls.
Scott, I think you took the wrong thing away from that show.
Did I?
You were only invested in the hunky men.
Yeah. Who... I never watched it.
Oh. Blake Lively.
Oh, she was on that.
The Misha Barton.
Okay.
And the other one, whose name I could never remember.
Jamie Priestley.
Jamie Kennedy.
Malibu's Most Wanted
Most Wanted himself, Jamie Kennedy. Rachel Bilson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the only people in the show. Also, somebody who was in every episode that we didn't name, but I've never heard of her before. Kelly Rowan. No relation to Eric Rowan. And then Ben McKenzie.
Any relation to Kelly Rowland?
No, she is not one of the members of Destiny's Child.
Well, then I don't know.
What if I threw at you a Tate Donovan?
Oh, I love Tate Donovan. He was on Friends, he was on Damages, and a third example.
The OC. That's the third example.
Ah, perfect.
But enough talk about the OC. Did you ever watch The Hills?
No.
How about Laguna Beach?
No.
Oh, Scott, you're missing out.
No, I'm proud of myself that even at a younger age, I was able to immediately recognize those were dog shit.
Correct. I would also like to state that I've never seen them, but that would be a lie.
Ooh. You may want to talk to my sister, who definitely watched The OC and The Hills. Can't confirm or deny Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach was pre The Hills?
Was The Hills presented as a reality show?
Yes.
But
Well, it's like mostly scripted.
But like a kayfabe reality show.
Yeah.
Like it knew, and it knew its viewers knew it wasn't reality, but like its style was a reality show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was filmed as if it was like a reality television show, but yeah, like everything was staged and planned.
Even more scripted than other reality shows.
It also featured Brody Jenner, who is the son of Caitlyn Jenner, who
is a murderer,
who completely abandoned that side of the family.
That's right.
When they married the Mrs. Kardashian.
Yeah,
pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
There was a very good joke on whatever comedy the Alec Baldwin one, maybe with oh man, my brains are. It's a little late in the evening to be podcasting.
Are you sundowning?
I'm sundowning. No, Nikki Glaser.
Yeah,
she had a really good joke about him I believe that was used Bruce and maybe Caitlyn. I don't know. Abandoning their first family and stuff. It was good.
Yeah.
It was delightful. Speaking of Caitlyn Jenner was the most recent member of the Masked Singer crew to get voted off.
Oh.
And the second that Caitlyn started singing, I out loud repeatedly kept saying
Caitlyn Jenner.
It's Caitlyn Jenner. It's Caitlyn Jenner. It's Caitlyn Jenner. And then the panel is like guessing all these things. And the whole time I'm like, it's Caitlyn Jenner. It's fucking Caitlyn Jenner. It's fucking Caitlyn Jenner. And then it was Caitlyn Jenner. Like, it was so obvious in the voice. Like, how you could not get... I mean, 2 of them got it right and 2 of them got it wrong. But
did Caitlyn have a cool suit? She like
no
steampunk porcupine?
No.
Punkupine?
No, it was Grandpa Monster.
Boo.
Yeah. Lame.
Hold on, Grandpa Munster? Because he's
Monster.
Cool. Oh, then I'm... No.
Not Munster. Yeah, awful. Just the worst. I hate that show, but I watch it every week.
You've seen every episode, haven't you?
Yeah. Also, I fast forward almost all the way to the end to see who gets revealed, so... If I don't know the song, then I just skip.
Yeah. Season 5.
I didn't watch The Masked Dancer, though. Because that seemed stupid. Although there was a couple silly people in The Masked Dancer, but...
Did Sean Spicer reprise his role from Dancing with the Stars?
No. I can't believe that was a thing. So it was... oh, yeah. Ice-T was the first one.
Beautiful.
First one eliminated. Bill Nye the Science Guy as an ice cube. Like his head was an ice cube.
Why wasn't Ice-T the ice cube?
Scott!
Why wasn't Ice Cube the ice cube?
Is a drink. Ice cubes go in drinks. And he's a science guy, and ice is science.
Hold on. ISIS?
Science?
I don't think ISIS does a lot of science.
You don't know. You're not in it.
Is beheading science?
Yes. Because you got to get all the way through the spinal column.
It's harder than it seems.
Then Elizabeth Smart.
Okay.
Then Brian McKnight. Then Vinny from...
the Brian and Vinny Show?
No, from Jersey Shore. Then Jordan Sparks. Then Oscar De La Hoya. Then 3 people I'd never heard of.
Ooh, have I heard of
a dancer, singer, a ballroom dancer, and a gymnast. Oh, no, I've heard of Gabby Douglas, but...
Yeah.
Gabby Douglas won. Mackenzie Ziegler...
Don't know.
And Maxim Chermkovsky.
Nah.
Well,
I assume they're just dancers.
Is Maxim Chermkovsky the guy who's married to one of the Bellas? It is not.
Worth a check.
And the other one is like a child or something. I don't fucking know.
No.
Anyways, Masked Dancer, everybody. Welcome to the Masked Dancer podcast.
Are they doing a Masked Dancer season 2?
Fuck if I know.
Is it confirmed or denied?
I don't fucking know.
What's the thing say?
It doesn't say.
That's disappointing.
It just says it's filmed and it's done.
All right.
And the contestants and the episodes, and then it goes done. Why would you? Are you invested?
No, I've never seen it.
Also, I
like to know things.
Oh my god! It's like 30 countries have their own version of The Masked Singer.
It's a global hit.
Oh, it was a thing in Thailand before it was a thing in the U.S.
I bet Thailand had some cool costumes.
It's on season 10 in Thailand.
Post show, we're looking up Thailand costumes.
Also, we're ranking the. We're doing March Madness based on the ferocity of the mascots.
Drew sent me a very well curated tier list of NHL mascots. From S rank being most ferocious to F rank being delete your account. Please delete.
Like take out back in an execution line and shoot.
Euthanize. Yeah, it was a good crop.
You'll see it once this episode goes up. I'll post it, and you'll be able to see my my official rankings of all of the mascots of the NHL.
Yeah. And then you can debate. Then if you have different opinions, you can be wrong about them.
You can be very wrong about them because there's very strict rules.
The current list is correct.
Very strict rules.
You're like, oh, I think this one looks cool. Yeah, but guess what? It's also sort of gay.
Guess what? It's also not a real animal, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's also a guy. It's also a I don't know, a blue jacket.
A yellow jacket. It's a yellow jacket wearing a Blue Jackets jersey.
What the fuck?
Hey, I don't make these up. And that's why it's on the bottom of the list.
That's why it needs to be deleted.
I believe it was in a D, not rank. Delete.
Yeah.
Because it still looks good, but it's the only the deletes are the human ones or the weird alien looking ones.
The Philly Fanatic types.
Yes.
Your gritties,
the yellow jacket, which is green. Ugh. And wearing a Blue Jackets jersey. Right. Also, for some reason, this tier maker thing, it was already pre-made.
Yeah.
It has 2 of the New York Islanders mascot. I don't know why.
Oh.
Also, the New York Islanders mascot is a dragon because it was already a mascot for a minor league baseball team.
So they just took it?
And they were just like, fuck it, we don't want to make our own. You can just do us as well.
That's embarrassing.
And the Red Wings mascot is not even a mascot. It is a giant, octopus thing that lowers from the ceiling.
I was hoping it would be a giant tire.
That would be deleted, though. So
that would absolutely be deleted instead of just D rank as it currently
D rank.
It should be a ferocious red hawk.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That could make almost A rank.
Now,
probably not S because at the end of the day, it's a bird.
I'm gonna see if there's a tier list KHL mascots. And then we'll have to do it again. I don't think there is. I think it's just...
That seems...
Oh, there is
extremely esoteric.
There's a Reddit list for KHL and VHL mascots.
Okay.
But... Oh, it's archived, and I don't...
Son of a bitch.
Fucking motherfucker. Well, we'll just look at pictures of mascots afterwards, and...
This may be...
Oh, somebody made their own NHL one, and it is wrong. It is super wrong. You guys are stupid.
Maybe they use a different criteria, like how many times they've had sex with them.
You know what? That is very possible.
It's the only reason for Gritty to be S rank.
I mean, as far as being a ridiculously funny dude, Gritty gets up there.
Sure,
Gritty gets up there, but just on appearance alone, he's bottom.
Yeah,
because he's just a regular weird creature thing.
He's a beard.
He's a giant beard. Yeah,
he's a giant. Yeah,
he's a giant ginger beard thing.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to doing my March Madness bracket and figuring out which 15 seed has the best mascot, and I think will win, and then we'll get eliminated in the first round every year.
Is there any way that Ram isn't going all the way?
I don't know if they made the tournament this year.
Oh.
Because they're usually a 14 or 15.
So they could.
So there is... I haven't looked. I haven't read through the list. So I don't know if they're even in.
We could have a newcomer then.
But what if there's nothing good and I have to select something shit?
Then don't do it. Then abstain.
Well, there's a few.
There's got to be something.
There's a few
in 64 teams.
There's a few runners up that I've had in the past where like they're in the final four every year.
Yeah.
But okay, let me see. Are these the ones that have automatically qualified? These are the seeds. Everything's done, right? Like there isn't any play-ins or anything.
I don't know. It's March. We're well into March. It seems like March Madness should be ready.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's
Get
any.
It together, college.
No, they're down to like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 play-in games left.
Okay.
So there'll be one of these 2 teams. So, I'll just pick whichever one has the better of the 2, and then that's who I think. Oh boy.
Your boys are in.
10th ranked in the West, VCU.
They're moving up.
But I also haven't done it.
Was it Very Christian University?
Very Christian University. There's also the Creighton Blue Jays, though. Their mascot's not bad. And there was another one.
There's got to be some good kitty cat out there.
You'd think, but the mascots look bad.
I know. That's
the
so
thing.
Often
It's
do.
like,
it's very disappointing.
you're like, oh, it's a cool name. And then you go like, oh, but that's your mascot looks like shit.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple new teams that I've never done before. Cleveland State, Drexel, Morehead State, Liberty, Hartford, Oral Roberts, as opposed to Anal Roberts.
I went to Anal
Colgate.
Roberts. The toothpaste school.
Mount St. Mary's, Appalachian State.
I'd love to Mount St. Mary. I can do this all day.
So there's a lot that I've never seen before. So maybe we'll do a bonus episode where I just go through the mascots for March Madness.
I hope the mascot for Mount St. Mary's is a nun covering up pedophilia.
It would appear that they are the Mountaineers. So guess who's not moving on?
Oh, is it just a dude climbing a mountain?
Unless their mascot is like some kind of
it could be
ram or something.
Mountain goat.
Yeah, mountain goat or something like that. You know what? A little teaser.
Snow leopard.
A little teaser.
Too much to ask.
It is. It's literally a mountaineer that looks like Chuck Norris.
I hate it.
Guess who's the first team
eliminated?
God, that's the worst.
I hate it.
Well,
go to hell, Mount St.
At least
Mary's.
he's not covering up pedophiles or anything, so...
I guess.
Yeah, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for how the Appalachian State Mountaineers...
Oh,
is everybody the Wildcats or the Mountaineers?
If you're near a hill, you're a mountaineer.
I bet you theirs sucks just as bad. What if it's the same mascot?
Oh, they're just sharing.
But it looks like their colors and not the St. Mary's ones. Do they not have a mascot? Oh, Scott!
Fucking thing sucks.
Fucking thing sucks. Well,
God damn.
You know what? I'm fine with it. Fuck them. I hate them.
This is gonna be an easy March Madness. There's going to be a bunch of, of the 64, like 52 are gone in the first round.
Well, I don't...
bunch of double DQs.
I don't know if they're even involved, but Notre Dame is immediately out.
Yep.
I don't... What, they would be in the East region? Probably?
Yeah.
I don't see them, so... Oh, Abilene Christian. Yeah, now we're talking. What are they?
Something cool?
What are they? Mountaineers?
What if they were?
They're the Wildcats.
Okay. Who are we?
The Wildcats.
Who are we gonna beat?
The Wildcats. All right, give me something good. Willie the Wildcat.
Come on, you bastards.
Not great. Not bad, but I mean, by default.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
By default, he might go far, but only because he's a cat.
Yeah.
But then once it gets down to like the better costumes. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Wow. I just spewed some hate speech.
Oh my god.
Once it gets down to the better fursuits.
Costume.
It's like when people call my wrestling gear a costume.
Doesn't it make you feel absolutely gross?
No, it makes me feel angry. Like, don't call it what you think it is.
Yeah.
Ask me what it is, and I will tell you.
I'm like, is this what being misgendered feels like? Because if it is, I'll stop.
Yeah, I am so sorry that if I've offended anyone.
Yeah, I think that must be what being like dead named feels like.
Yeah. Dead named. I love it. All right. Anyways, this of course is
we had a
third episode.
We had a good run of like between these and the movie ones, a good run of like 3 episodes where we like said our names and Twitters at the beginning, and then we really fell off.
Yeah, we really screwed it up.
Well, I don't know. We'll try to get.
We are 40 minutes in.
Try to get the magic back next time.
40 minutes in, and we haven't said our names.
I'm Scott. That's true. You can't catch me on the Twitters.
Outside.
You can cash me outside. How about that? On the Twitters at not Scott Henson.
But you are Scott Henson. It's a secret. At Syrian Softpaws is my handle.
And here's the deal. I know it's 40 minutes in. I know we would be better served saying at the beginning, but if and this is a low number, if we don't both get 10 new Twitter followers within 24 hours of this podcast dropping, I'm doing war crimes. That's the deal.
All right. I will look the other way while you commit those war crimes.
Yeah.
So I feel like, Mr. Scott, your levels are very low.
Are they? I hope I don't sound bad.
You should put the microphone.
I mean, I'm pretty close
in
to
your
it.
butt.
My
please put it in your butt.
in the same place.
Put it in your butt.
Don't
you put it in your butt. Till you ask someone you love. What if it's the one you love is the one putting in your butt?
Yeah, that's the real catch-22. Then you just kind of have to go with it.
I thought you wanted to catch 21.
Yes.
Yeah. Anywho, this is In Your House number 3.
I think the levels are different because you've put the microphone on your tummy like an otter eating a clam.
Yeah.
And are speaking a quarter inch away from it.
It's the same distance because if it's here,
all right,
and I'm leaning over the table, I just didn't want to have to keep turning my neck to look at the mic to look at the thing. But
that is hard.
In Your House 3. We are live.
Where are we coming from?
Saginaw, Michigan.
Hey.
Home of the Ontario Hockey League's Saginaw Spirit.
You said
I don't know if it actually is.
You said you were going to do it, and I'm still mad that you're doing it.
Might be a different stadium. I don't know if that's where they...
Estadio?
Nope. It is the exact stadium they play in.
Excellent. I can't imagine there's more than one place to do events in Saginaw,
home
Michigan.
Home of the former IHL's Saginaw Gears.
The Gears, you said.
76.
Man, Michigan...
77, and then 80, 81, and that's it.
Michigan really hung their hat on making cars.
Well...
And that was kind of it forever.
Scott, when you got one thing, you go with it.
It's like Alberta and oil.
Well, Alberta can get fucked.
And here's the thing. They are getting fucked because they're running out of oil.
Good. Fuck them.
Yeah. It's like, I think that whole province, by the way, that whole province, which is like, I don't know, a quarter the size of the United States, is just going to be a ghost town in 10 years.
Yeah, totally. I mean, unless they can find some other way of, like, cattle ranching. Everyone's a cattle rancher now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I remember, like, people were, like, going, like, 10, 15 years ago, were, like, going to Alberta to make a bunch of money
working the oil rigs.
Doing oil rigs.
Yep.
And now it's, maybe don't only have one resource that A, you're running out of, and B, people don't want anymore.
A couple of my friends' younger brothers went and made a bunch of money working the oil rigs, and then came back to BC and immediately blew it on worthless shit.
I was gonna say,
and then couldn't get rehired back at the place they had worked, so they did like one tour, and then that was it. Nobody wanted them.
Yeah, like spent all their money, like just got addicted to opiates and like live on the street now.
No, it didn't result in that.
It's coming.
It definitely resulted just in like
time.
come back and go to the bar all the time, buy a bunch of shots or like and drinks and stuff for people.
Yeah.
Buy like a moped or something, and then you're like, oh shit, all of my oil money's gone. I should go back. And they're like, nah, you weren't really that good.
No, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So Saginaw, Michigan. The opening promo package for the show runs down the fact that the card is the triple threat, all titles on the line, World Heavyweight Champion Diesel, Intercontinental Champion Shawn against Tag Team Champions of Yoko and Owen, with all the titles on the line. So
Owen, isn't that who broke up the Beatles?
Yoko Owen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever gets pinned loses their title.
Yes.
So in the promo package, I believe they claim that Owen and Yoko might be the greatest tag team of all time.
Which we questioned.
Which we strongly questioned, because they haven't even been champions that long.
No.
Like,
A few months?
Yeah, like, is it because Yokozuna's a former heavyweight champion?
I guess so. I guess it's because one of them is very big and had the world title.
If that's the default, then like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it was a bold claim. I'll say that.
Yeah, very bold claim. I want to find. Okay, there you go. So they held them for. Oh yeah, I forgot the Quebecers are very recent tag team champions.
Yeah.
So they held them for 175 days.
Okay, so close to 6 months.
But like at this point, that's their first. So even if you went by that, like even in recent time, the Quebecers 3 times for
probably more,
over 230, like 230 days.
Yeah.
So way longer.
But neither of them is a giant fake Japanese man.
You know what? You are right. But I guess before that,
I can't wait to be a giant fake Japanese man.
You're gonna have to get a lot fatter and a lot darker, my friend.
I can. You know what?
P.S. You're not my friend.
I can do both of those things, and to seal the deal, I'm gonna do the thing with my eyes.
But only one.
What if I just do one?
What if I just do one? Yeah, but like even up to that point, there were like a bunch of teams that held it for like a year.
Yeah, and in terms of even like tag teams, you consider like Heart Foundation, Demolition, Legion of
the
Doom,
Bulldogs,
Rockers, Bulldogs,
Steiners.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot. I mean, Money Inc. held it for longer than they did.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're like 3-time champions. They held it for 244 days.
It's a good run.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, more wrestling lies, because they love to lie.
Yeah.
I love the way you lie. So we got Vince McMahon, Jerry Lawler, and Jim Ross.
First appearance of Jim Ross on these.
Yeah, we haven't seen him, and I guess he's been in the company for a little while.
He's been there for 2 years.
But like, what has he been doing?
I don't know what he's been doing. Is he doing Raw right now?
Obviously not in your houses.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what he's doing.
No.
So we got. The opening match is Savio Vega versus a personal favorite of mine, Waylon Mercy.
Who is
Dan Spivey.
2 weeks away from the end of his career.
2 weeks left in his career. He's doing a Max Cady Cape Fear gimmick.
Yeah.
Where he's super friendly to you until the bell rings, and then he beats the shit out of you. Then when the match is over, he's also super friendly.
Yeah.
Like shaking hands with unconscious opponents. But he is...
And also kind of like... in his promos, he's a little like new wavy cult leader-ish.
Yeah, kind of. But he has a crippling back injury at the moment.
He's so hurt.
He's all of the selling he's doing is real, genuine pain.
Is real ass.
They
selling.
do like a corner to corner spot, and just watching him run from one corner to the next, I was like, oh, dude, just no. You can book your own matches, right? Like you don't have to do these.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean,
he definitely took some bumps, and I bet they all really hurt.
Yeah, for sure. Like there was, just completely barely able to move, does a ton of sleeper holds, like standing sleeper holds.
Yeah,
where he's like just kind of resting on him.
Yeah, which is also his finisher that he just keeps doing unsuccessfully.
Yeah. But what, is he supposed to win with his finish? No, you got to kick out of it 3 times.
I guess.
And then it's the finish.
Kids these days.
He has a painted-on knife in the middle of his forehead. A very tiny
knife. Which is from a distance, it just looks like a black speck.
Like a smear.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, when you see him up close, he's got a knife fake tattooed on his forehead.
Pretty cool. I must say. His hair is dog shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's shaved to look like that.
I don't know if it is.
Because there was kind of like a shaved spot right here. I guess,
but and then, regardless, whatever he's done, his hairline is horrendous.
Yes. Although his hair's always been wild.
Yeah.
Like crew cut, really short top, and then just like mullet.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. There was a scary ass unintentional brainbuster on Savio, like where he
so it looked like he was barely getting him up for a vertical suplex and then just came down.
Like his legs gave out. Like he got him up and realized my back is not going to hold this. So he just dropped as fast as he could. And Savio like folded like an accordion.
Yeah, it was like a very nasty Dick Murdoch brainbuster.
Yes. Yeah, real bad. And Savio hits the spinning heel kick for his finish. Another thing that I thought was weird was when they announced Savio, they said from South Bronx.
Yeah. Which granted is full of Puerto Ricans.
But why not just call him from Puerto Rico?
Announce him from Puerto Rico.
Like he wears a Puerto Rican flag. Yeah, he comes out to very Puerto Rican Caribbean sounding music.
My answer to you, Drew, was because they want people to cheer him.
I guess.
And they don't think Puerto Rico is part of America.
Is it really?
Well, they can't vote.
They can't vote, and they also don't get aid, so... But they do get AIDS.
Yeah, but to get singular aid is much trickier than plural aids.
Yeah. So this is Waylon Mercy's second loss ever on television.
Yeah.
But he's only around for another 2 weeks, and I don't think he loses again on... No, he doesn't lose again. He loses on a house show, and that's it.
He beats the world champion by countout.
So... Now we're in the back. We got handsome Doc Hendricks, who is saying in a insane cocaine-filled rage that Owen Hart is not in the building for the match. No one's seen him, and he'll get us information as soon as he finds out.
I trust Doc to give me the scoops.
Because he's so full of cocaine that he's not going to stop till he gets the scoop.
He's so full of cocaine, he spells Doc with a K. It's crazy.
It is true. And he is handsome Doc Hendricks.
Yeah.
So next... we get Sid, but they're now referring to him as Psycho Sid.
And he's got the black tights.
So
I guess he's just Psycho Sid now.
It's so weird that between pay-per-views, they managed to settle whatever issue they had
with the estate of Alfred
Hitchcock. But, it's a word. It's not like he created the word psycho, or there's a character called Psycho Sid in the movie.
That's the thing.
It's so weird. It
seems like it would be easy enough to use.
It's like, but I'm going to call myself Drive McGillicuddy, and now Nicholas Refn's going to sue me because my name's Drive.
I like that you took the winding out.
Yeah, whatever. They know. So, we get Psycho Sid versus Henry O'Godwin. Since the last In Your House, Hog has turned face.
He's a good pig now.
They show a promo package of him.
To quote Charlotte of the titular web, he is a good pig.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Different pig movie.
I know, but that's a good pig movie. Babe is really good.
Charlotte's Web is good. I mean,
they
must have made some. Oh, there was
there's a couple.
There's a hand-drawn animated movie in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, there's also a real life pig one from early 2000s.
The 2000s? Yeah, I haven't seen that.
But Babe is excellent. Babe is a very good movie. Very sad.
Does James Cromwell play the pig?
he plays the farmer, and an interesting news that everyone cares about, being in that movie actually made him become a vegetarian.
Because I think I've heard that.
Because of how cute the pig was and how much he realized it was, like, really smart, and he was like, oh, I can't eat these. You could still eat cows. Cows are dumb, but, like, pigs are super smart. So they show a promo
They can fucking talk.
They can fucking talk. So there's a promo package showing Hog slopping Sid, and then slopping DiBiase, and then Sid getting his revenge on him. So the whole build-up is that, he's this hog farmer, and there's a rich millionaire who's getting revenge on him.
Yeah.
So there's real confusion on the Psycho Sid name, because the commentators are referring to him as Psycho Sid, but the ring announcer just calls him Sid. So I don't know if it's brand new that he's being called Psycho Sid, and the dumb ring announcer just didn't get the note. Also, I think I said this last time. Who the fuck's the ring announcer?
I couldn't tell you.
Like, when does it become... where's Howard Finkel?
I don't know where Finkel is.
When does it become Tony Chimmel?
It's neither of them. Okerlund's already in WCW.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
It's weird, because I don't remember...
It's some fucking guy.
Ever seeing that guy before. Ever. And then now all of a sudden I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? So we get, also during that highlight package, we get Sid just straight up powerbombing Godwin on the floor.
Yeah.
And not even like a delicate one. Just
a pretty...
get him up and like let him go.
Pretty legit one.
Yeah, like it was pretty ridiculous. Not the grossest floor bump we saw tonight.
Not the third
grossest bump we saw tonight. I wrote that Sid did a very adorable running knee to the side of Godwin,
so
and Godwin went to the floor, but it was like a big build up, and then when he got close to him, he just sort of like, give him a little tap. Give him a little tap tap.
Yeah, we were saying, like, short of being powerbombed on the floor, Sid is never going to hurt you.
Sid is very delicate.
He is so light.
Because he's got to make sure he doesn't get hurt so he can sock him some dingers.
So he's fresh for softball season.
Softball season is the main priority.
Yeah, that's his job. He wrestles on the side. Like, he's a main event former world champion wrestler on the side.
Yeah.
His passion is softball.
He's a guy who comes in to take the payday so that he doesn't have to work the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to wrestle for 4 months in the off season,
yep.
and then the rest of the year I'm socking me some dingers.
He's financing
DH in a professional senior softball league.
Financing his softball habit.
You know what would be crazy? He could have gone to the Olympics for softball, if softball was in the Olympics at the time.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's crazy.
I love that.
Yeah, oh god. This starts a weird trend for the evening of just a million axe handles. So Sid goes up to the apron, drops an axe handle, goes back up to the apron,
one more time, baby.
Drops an axe handle, throws him inside, does an axe handle. I guess it's easy offense, and you're a big dude.
Very easy offense. It's maybe the easiest offense.
Then Godwin's in the corner. Sid does again, just like. Go to the opposite corner, run fast.
Big head of steam.
But then just give him these little,
just running real low
little
tap toe kick.
Tappy boots.
Yeah. Does that twice.
Super low impact. Like, not hurting him at all.
Nothing.
Then there's a conversation about JR and Henry Godwin both being members of FFA, which Scott referred to.
I don't remember what I called it. I know you think what Drew thinks that I said was that it was Fancy Faggots of America, but
could be Fur Fags of America.
True, but apparently you get in trouble for saying that too.
Yeah, but then you only have to half apologize.
But you only have to apologize before the show.
Before the show, in front of half the audience, just so that you make a certain commentator mad.
Yeah.
And then Jerry fucking Lawler is on fire,
dropping absolute nuclear bombs.
He fucking burns JR so hard,
scorched earth,
and JR just like fucking he dunked on his ass. So at one point, he says, JR, do you know what the motto of Arkansas is? Which is where Henry Godwin is from.
JR does know the motto of Arkansas and starts to say it.
And
then Lawler interrupts him.
and says, "At least we're not Oklahoma," which JR gets mildly offended.
You burnt.
You burnt. He dunked on your ass. Sit down. And then at some point, Sid has Godwin in the original like Steiner recliner.
Yes, aka a lazy camel clutch,
aka a lazy
where
camel
the guy's
clutch.
on his knees,
and he's like sort of grabbing at like the mouth of Henry Godwin.
I forgot Henry was missing a bunch,
stretching
of
his cheeks. And then Waller says he should have a sign in his mouth that says "Next tooth 1 mile."
Very funny.
So good.
Very funny.
So good. The next note I made, I should have written down what it was, but there was another. Oh, it was in the corner. Godwin's in the corner. Sid runs at him. Godwin moves, and he does like a very dainty little like.
Oh yes, like a missed kick.
But like not like he doesn't even throw the kick, and he just sort of lands with his leg like through the second rope. It puts his leg
through the rope,
but it's like doesn't do anything to him.
No, because then he like pulls his leg back through the rope and then sits on the top rope.
Yeah, and then does another axe handle.
Yeah.
There's a really funny like double leg drop by Sid. Where
good
he gets,
air.
Like, good air.
He got some height.
Just like lands both legs on him.
Yeah, he's really enjoying the use of both legs.
And then I was saying, like...
It's a good thing he'll always enjoy that.
It's good that he'll always have the use of both ankles.
I bet he's a great jumper now.
Sure. I hope it didn't ruin his softball career.
Probably did for that season.
That season and probably a couple afterwards.
And maybe 5 more after that.
I mean, I guess if he's DHing and he's only socking dingers, he doesn't really have to run.
Does he DH and then gets a pinch runner when he's on?
No, because... Once you pinch, I guess depending on the league, but once you pinch run, that person can't go back into that position.
Yeah.
So if he was DHing and you pinch run for him, he'd have to play a field position.
Ooh, imagine.
Yeah, so like I don't know what he would
imagine
even play.
Sid fielding. Shortstop.
I mean, if anything, like first.
Yeah.
Right, and then you just have to have a really athletic second baseman.
You need. If Sid's on first, you need a Ryan Sandberg.
You need a real Nomar Garciaparra. Noma.
I like how my references are a little older.
Yeah, because you're an old man,
which is crazy because I'm so much younger than you.
Of course. So I had said like
I get to legally drink next year.
Oh, lucky you!
I'm a baby.
You're gonna have some nice daiquiris.
Bacardi Breezers.
Bacardi Breezers for someone's birthday. Or I'll buy you a nice Sam Adams Boston Lager that you'll take a sip of and then say you don't want.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds right. So I had said, obviously Henry just turned face.
Yeah.
So there's no way that they're going to have him
really
lose.
Beat him.
Because they're trying to push him.
Yeah, but also Sid's like a main eventer, just had 2 world title matches in the last 2 in your houses. Can he lose? I figured Sid was going to win by DQ.
Or count out or something.
Yeah.
No, we were both wrong. Straight up powerbomb
Sid just fucking beat him. Fuck you, hog.
Yeah. Then they continue the beatdown. After the match, out comes Bam Bam to run for the save. But like literally the second Bam Bam gets there, Comma also gets there
Supreme
and
Fighting
clobbers
Machine.
Bam Bam from behind.
Yeah.
So they give Bam Bam the beatdown. Sid grabs his arms. DiBiase gets the slot bucket like he's going to get him.
You see it coming 1 country mile away, but it's done perfectly.
Yeah. So like as DiBiase, so he's got the bucket in front of him.
Yeah.
He brings it back to his side.
And as he does that,
the slop.
There's Henry in one motion. Henry just guides the bucket on top of DiBiase's head. Perfect.
And the funny thing too is like that happens, and Sid and Kama just like disappear.
Gone.
Like they don't do anything. They just sort of like stand there and like, oh no, they got.
Well, he probably smelled like slop. They wanted to get out of there. They didn't want to go to the back with stinky Ted DiBiase.
I don't want that slop on me.
Yeah.
So after the match, we're in the back. It's Gorilla Monsoon, Doc Hendricks, and Jim Cornette. Cornette is, of course, like freaking out about Owen not being there and how the match isn't fair now. And Gorilla says, like, "Oh, well, if you'll calm down for a second, bitch, I'll give you 2 options."
Hey, Jim, if you could stop being so fat for a minute.
He's so
Jim
fat.
Cornette's very fat here.
I forgot how fat he was.
Yeah, he's had some real fat phases. This is one of them.
Before this, like back in like the early days, he was super skinny.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of got really fat, and then he got skinny again.
Yeah.
But, so Gorilla gives him 2 options. 1, Yoko wrestles the match by himself.
He still has the weight advantage.
Or, Cornette can find himself a replacement, and he will temporarily crown that partner the tag team champion for tonight. So Cornette, of course, like is kind of freaking out, and he said, like, well, if that guy gets the pin, does he win the title or the Intercontinental title? And Gorilla's like,
yes,
Gorilla's kind of like, yeah, it's the same rules.
Yeah.
The match doesn't change.
Yeah, what are you not getting?
It's like, you get a new partner, but only the tag titles are on the line. Like, stupid. You're an idiot. And then... the silliest moment in the history of wrestling.
It's pretty good.
Handsome Doc Hendricks, just like...
He says his last line.
Coked up, out of his mind, just turns the camera and goes, like, what is it? I guess Jim Cornette's going to have to find a partner?
Yeah. But then the camera stays on him for so long.
Mouth gaped open, eyes wide open, just like, And then like 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super great. Weird and awkward.
I loved it.
So next we get the British Bulldog, who we've learned now has turned heel.
Yes.
He turned on, because last pay-per-view was him and Luger, but Luger's gone.
Yeah.
And then he turned on Diesel on a night on a Raw.
I assume he would have turned on Luger, but Luger left too quickly.
Yeah, Luger took the money and ran, and thank God, because Luger fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So Bulldog comes out, and then out comes Bam Bam, and the first thing we notice is he doesn't have his cool entrance gear.
Yeah, it lasted one show.
I mean, it could have been in the middle, maybe, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, very sad. I definitely wrote a sad face next to it.
I do see a sad face in the notes.
No entrance gear for Bam Bam, sad face.
Yeah, I agree.
Real sad.
No Dragon Ball Bam Bam.
Nope. So there's a spot where Bam Bam gets dumped to the apron. Bulldog comes over and tries to suplex him in the ring. Bam Bam counters it. He gets Bulldog up for like a big suplex, and then just like drops him balls and dick first on the top rope. Like not even like guides him, but just hard. Like slams him down.
Throws him dick first on the top rope.
Destroys his dick and balls.
Yeah.
Then there's a very fun like catch the kick in the corner. Bulldog catches Bam Bam's kick. He kind of walks him out for a second. It's weird because he like goes for a leg sweep and Bam Bam just sort of no-sells it.
Doesn't let him.
And then he hits a really good enziguri, and Bam Bam does like, or Davey Boy does a really good flipping somersault sell off of it. It was really cool.
I love a well done somersault sell from an enziguri.
Yes. Yeah. We saw one last show, didn't we? Didn't we see a 1 2 3 kid to the roadie? Perhaps.
Yeah, quite
there
possibly.
Was a good one in that, or no, maybe
Owen.
Owen does them a lot.
Owen does.
Jarrett takes them a lot.
Yeah, maybe it was in Jarrett Shawn.
Maybe it was Jarrett Shawn. Yeah, for sure. And then of course, like, so Bam Bam's going up, and as he's going up, Scott's like, "You're not hitting this.
You're not hitting this moonsault in a million years.
You're not hitting this like at all."
He did hit a flying headbutt.
But so he goes up for the moonsault. The top rope sags all the way down to the second rope. Like the ropes were not tight at all.
Yeah.
Bam Bam does like, you know, a
big
rolling
big sidewaysy moonsault
because he doesn't have the height.
Yeah.
And also he's pretty hefty at this point. Like,
he's big.
He might be at his heaviest.
Yeah, he still moves fucking great.
He still moves amazing.
I love him.
And then of course, like, you know, I said, because we know no spoilers, but we're like, oh, is like Bulldog's gonna take the fall? Because, like, you just turned him heel, you're sort of pushing him, but Bam Bam's still getting the face push for the LT match. But then just, like, big-ass power slam by the Bulldog, finish.
Done.
Like, completely clean finish.
Good power slam, too.
I guess that's the end of Bam Bam's push.
It wasn't the standard, like, Davey Boy, like, over-the-shoulder running power slam. No. It was more of a regular power slam.
Yeah.
But it was good, and very impressive on Bam Bam. Bam Bam's, he's a large Marge.
He you know what? If I had to define Bam Bam with one term, it would be a large Marge. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What are you researching?
Well, I just want to see, because if this is the end of Bam Bam's push...
Yeah.
Like, what is he... Because he just goes back to, like, mid-card feuds?
He like, leaves WWE and goes to...
Oh, that's right. We looked it up last time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, where are we? We are at...
I think you might be a classic Gone by November.
So he does. He does a dark match on Universe 4. Dark matches,
weekend shows.
He's on the Raw in that Intercontinental Battle Royal that whoever we said was in it. And
Douglas?
Lafitte.
Lafitte.
Then. Survivor Series loses to Goldust, and he's gone.
So, man, yeah, we've been looking up people on these shows. So many of the people currently on these shows are gone after Survivor Series this year.
Like November 11th.
They cleaned house.
Like, what do we got? Public Enemy. What was the other one we looked up? Bam Bam.
Bam Bam, Lafitte, Douglas are all gone after Survivor Series.
And Public Enemy's gone like pretty quick after this. And you got to...
I didn't know Public Enemy was here.
Yeah. They're around for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then I think the other one we might have looked up was...
I think there's more, yeah.
Hakushi, maybe? Like Jinsei might be gone around that time.
Oh, and Mabel's gone not that long from now either.
Hakushi is gone. No, Hakushi lasts until January.
Yeah.
And then he's gone.
Probably about the same for Mabel.
February. And then he's gone. Yeah. But yeah,
there's like
they really do a big house.
There's a big
sure.
roster changeover at the end of this year.
Is it like because like they're not doing good financially?
They're doing terribly financially.
So they might just have to be like, we're broke. We just got to cut the fat off because like who gives a fuck about Shane Douglas?
Correct.
You know, like and like Bam Bam, as much as you like him. Maybe he wasn't happy and wanted out. Like, you never know.
Sure.
Especially jobbing him to Goldust on the way out.
After being promised the world title.
Right. So, like, maybe.
Yeah.
So, after the match, we cut to the back where Henry Godwin and Ted DiBiase are on the hotline. Ted's still covered in the slop.
Because he's a professional.
Like, yelling at people on the phone about getting slopped.
Yep.
We then get a... sort of a WrestleMania review promo package building to them saying that there's going to be the Bam Bam versus LT match live on television.
And Diesel versus Shawn.
And Diesel Shawn.
Yeah, it's WrestleMania the special.
Yeah, on a Saturday.
Airing on TV. Because I was always wondering, because I started watching pay-per-views the next WrestleMania, 96, but I had seen... I remember watching on TV and not having, like, rented it from a video store, Bam Bam LT, and, like, how have I seen this? And this was how. It was WrestleMania the special. I saw it on a Saturday in October 95.
Where'd you see it?
My grandparents' house.
Interesting.
Yeah. On, like, the, I don't know, 17-inch TV in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. But
I might be overshooting with 17.
If you gotta watch, if you gotta watch it somewhere. Mm-hmm. I don't remember watching it, but I'm sure I rented the VHS from the video store whenever it came out.
I think I later rented the VHS.
I saw it. Yeah, I don't think I saw it before. I also don't even think I knew who LT was because like I was 9.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was really like into football.
Weren't up on your 80s football.
I mean, I didn't start watching football until like 96 maybe 90. No, I don't even think I was really aware of football until 96 or 97.
What is football?
Because like I remember, when did the Carolina Panthers come in? 96?
90. Yeah, 5.
Maybe announced in 95 and started playing in
something like that. Mid 90s for sure. Panthers, Jaguars.
Because I remember getting a Carolina Panthers football.
All right, NFL, you're getting new teams, and they all have to be kiddies.
All kiddies. 1995.
Yeah.
So I remember getting a Carolina Panthers football for Christmas.
Sick.
And, like, I guess maybe by then I knew football.
Was it in the black, silver, and teal?
It was...
Or was it like a regular football with just the logo?
No. It was in their colors.
Hell yeah.
I think it was... I believe it was silver.
Okay.
And the word Panthers was like black with the teal outside.
Perfect.
And then the logo on the other side.
Exactly.
And I definitely left it at my elementary school in the summer, like a few years later by accident.
Shit.
And when I went back, it was gone.
That's a sad story.
That is a very sad story. But, so yeah, I didn't really know football.
Yeah.
So eventually when it was like, oh, like here's a... Like, who's this guy?
How did
Bam Bam
this guy
wrestling?
main event WrestleMania?
And then even later on, it was like, you know, oh, Steve Mongo McMichael, like former Chicago Bear, blah blah. And I'm like, who? Like, Like, what do you mean he's a football player? Like, I couldn't grasp the concept of like a professional athlete and a professional wrestler. Like, it was so weird to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew Steve McMichael as a wrestler before a football player.
I don't think I've ever seen even a clip of him playing football. I've seen a picture of him in his football uniform, but I don't even think I've seen him play football. Not like I would give a shit. Like, it's the Bears in the era where, like, television cameras were shit and everything was, like, slow.
Yeah.
Unless you're, like, Walter Payton.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, yeah, they show the promo package of that. After that, we get, possible presidential candidate, question mark, Bob Backlund coming to the ring with his thesaurus. And he's saying, like, big words to make himself seem...
but they're wrong.
Yeah. Like, he's being a goof.
Yeah.
But he's saying, like, all these silly words, yelling at the crowd about not respecting him, whatever. Then he decides that he's going to introduce his newest... I don't remember what he called him. Not pupil, but something.
Protege?
Like, I think protege maybe, or he just said, like, the man that's going to change make everybody here smarter or something.
Sure.
During his promo, when he was talking, there was a weird Colin Powell for president reference.
I think they were saying that Backlund hadn't fully decided if he was going to run for president, Colin Powell.
Sorry. It must have autocorrected Colin Powell. Colin LL?
No, it's spelled like that.
Is it?
But pronounced colon.
Weird.
Yeah.
Cologne Powell. And he's one of the colognes.
And he smells great.
I don't think he does. I don't think the colognes smell great. Actually, they might. I don't know.
No, I don't think the wrestling colognes smell great at all. I think Colin Powell does smell great.
Yes. So he introduces the debuting Dean Douglas, who he claims is from the University of Knowledge, which is the second greatest university I've ever heard of.
Besides the one we made up, the University of Football.
The U of F Tacklers.
Go Tacklers.
Go Tacklers. And then they show a clip package of Dean Douglas sort of like... I guess not debuting, because there was a clip package.
He did some shit with Razor.
They showed the clip package of him sort of like starting his feud with Razor and attacking him.
Yeah.
Wearing like the most 90s
God
street clothes.
So he's wearing like Wrangler jeans and like this billowy...
Like high-waisted
jeans. And like this billowy long sleeve shirt tucked into them, of course.
Of course.
And like everything is pastels. And it's a fucking disaster.
Yeah, absolutely a disaster. So then he gets on the mic, cuts his promo, says he's going to introduce his challenger, which is Razor Ramon. So Razor comes out wearing his fantastic red gear. Yeah. Which he doesn't really wear the red that often. I feel like I've only seen it a few times. God. So then of course, like I said to Scott, has there ever been a wrestler in the history of wrestling that has just had a like no impact, like complete who gives a fuck career of wrestling? Like Shane Douglas has done nothing for wrestling. Like he had, he had some good matches when he was younger in WCW, but then when he became like a solo guy, he's literally done nothing but just like, he's good on the mic, but he's a horrible bumper. He's lazy as fuck. He's constantly fat then skinny, then skinny fat.
And then just kind of his arm is broken for 3 straight years.
Yeah. And then wrestling in a match with fake barbed wire where he's covered almost head to toe with no skin exposed.
That's right.
He's the shits. And we're gonna prove that later. So there's a bunch of overselling by Douglas where like Razor chucks him over the top and he just takes like land and then do a bunch of rolls and legs in the air, like spread eagle, overselling everything that Razor's doing to him. And then again, like I said,
more axe handles.
Just tons of fucking axe handles. Douglas must do like 4 of them at this point. And then he does the most bizarre thing we've ever seen anyone do.
It's a very basic, low impact thing, but I don't think I've ever specifically seen, a middle rope springboard 180 splash.
Yeah. And like not even big air, just
no.
like jump, and as you
never
jump
really,
off the ropes, you just turn.
Yeah, never really any higher than the middle rope.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a silly thing to see from a guy who's not even a high flyer.
It's a good thing he does it twice.
It's good he does it twice. So next I wrote ref dump, which was supposed to be ref bump, but I was typing around the microphone. So the ref does get dumped.
Yes.
I don't even think I remember seeing the dump. Like what I think it was just a missed punch or something, or shoved into him.
Just shoved, yeah.
So then Douglas scoop slams Razor. He goes, and this time instead of springing, he just climbs the second rope to do the 180 splash again. Razor moves. Oh, one thing I forgot to write earlier was Razor gives him a fantastic fall-away slam.
Yes.
And it's like not a release fall-away slam. It's like as Razor's going down, he holds onto him.
Yeah,
and
like he
actually slams him over his head.
Yeah, like he could have bridged with it.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Like he could have done a blockbuster hold.
Yeah, it was very cool. Yeah. And during Douglas's introduction, he claims that Razor is 287 pounds.
Look,
even if he's 6'6",
Scott Hall is a deceptively tall man,
but he's lean.
He's not 287
he's
pounds.
Like 260 maybe.
Yeah, he's 260.
He's a very lean guy.
Yeah.
So he misses the splash. Razor hits a I don't know what it is with these mid-90s WWF guys, but they don't. A lot of
guys don't go up very well.
They don't go up easy. Like they don't jump.
Like Razor has to work for every Razor's edge.
Like he's strong dude.
Yeah.
But like nobody jumps for him, and it's always like a struggle to get them all the way onto the shoulder.
Except the roadie.
The roadie was good. Yeah.
Jarrett went up like shit, right?
Jarrett went up like shit.
Yeah.
But roadie surprisingly went up really good. So he hits the Razor's edge, but the ref's still down. 1, 2, 3 Kid runs down, and behind Razor, he go like 1, 2, 3. Crowd pops for some stupid reason because it's not like the match is fucking over. And then Kid like,
I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3 Kid's a sanctioned referee.
He's a sanctioned referee. So Razor gets up to celebrate. Kid like pats him on the back, turns around, and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, I counted the pin, like you win. And then of course babyface Razor like fucking shoves the 1, 2, 3 Kid like, fuck you, man. What are you doing? And so then they get in sort of a little bit of a argument, and then Razor grabs Waltman by the back of the head.
Oh my god!
Throws him through the second rope, and Waltman just flies out of there. Like no one's left the ring faster than 1, 2, 3 Kid.
Waltman does a somersault tope to no one
to the floor.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
Yeah.
However, as Razor throws him to the floor, Douglas is the worst wrestler.
Comes up behind him, does a fucking O'Connor roll, bouncing off the ropes.
Yeah, but he's so focused. He's so focused on grabbing the tights and
that he doesn't even bother if Razor is like straight. So he's
not even putting
his
any
leg
weight
is barely
on him.
under him. Yeah.
And it just looks like shit.
Yeah.
And so and then Douglas wins. Yeah. Like, oh great. A good thing your career is not going to be over in like 2 months. So then he leaves with Backlund, and then Wonder Kid gets back in the ring. They start arguing, and Razor slaps the
he hits him really hard
out of Wonder Kid. Like Scott was looking down at his phone very briefly.
Yeah,
and he heard.
I didn't see it, but I sure heard it. I'm like, you're gonna need to rewind that a sec.
So we watch it, and he fucking hits him.
Lefty too.
Yeah, like just
not even
smacks.
Not even dominant hand. Not even pimp hand.
Yeah. So then they start brawling, and then like all of the the backstage people and the refs come, and they like separate them and whatever.
Yeah.
It's obviously building to the baby match, the crybaby match.
Yes, which I think it's a while still. I think it's
still
like
a little while.
I feel like it's like February.
Because they reconcile for a while. They challenge for the tag titles.
Oh, and Kid goes super heel.
Then Kid turns on him, but it's not for a while.
Yeah.
Then, so after this, then we get a promo for the next In Your House, which is in Winnipeg. So they talk about, going north, and we're across the border, and blah, blah, blah. They also claim that it's going to be the debut of Goldust. Of a bizarre new wrestler, Goldust. Ooh.
He's gay.
He's very gay. God, he does so much gay stuff. Like, tons of kissing men, like Razor and Roddy.
Yeah.
And, like, groping their dicks and chests and stuff.
He's a gay rapist.
Like, for being one of the best wrestlers, he's, like, gotten the worst deal. Like, it really, being Dusty's son really fucked him.
Yeah.
Because, for whatever reason, Vince always hated Dusty.
Yeah.
And was just like, oh, you're Dusty's son, you're doing the gayest stuff I can think of.
Yep.
Other than, like, all the gay stuff Vince does.
Correct.
So next, we get...
Vince is using Goldust as a surrogate.
He's a surrogate for all of his internal emotions.
Yeah.
Of being molested as a child. Constantly. So next, Handsome Doc Hendricks in the back. He's wearing... Like, I just wrote Doc Leather Daddy.
He's advertising the Shawn Michaels leather hat and heart sunglasses set.
But, like, he looks like the prototypical, like, gay leather daddy guy. Like, he's disgusting to look at. Mustache, like, slick back hair, and then somebody throws him a VHS tape, and he claims, like, oh, this is up on the shop. And, like,
well, apparently, you get a free tape with the order of the hat and glasses
but
set.
It just says...
It's very unclear what the tape is.
Yeah, he just said you get a classic video.
I think it's a blank VHS
what's
tape.
A classic video?
I think it's a blank Maxell VHS.
What if it's just like a recorded off of TV like movie or something? Like it could literally be anything.
Just a recording of Ghost with commercials.
With commercials, yeah. Uncut. Much like someone's penis.
Yeah.
So then after he cuts that promo, in comes the two dudes with attitudes.
How do you live with yourself?
Who are just like
using that name?
They're just like cutting the lamest. Like they think they're really funny because they're being shitbags.
But
promo.
It did come around at the end.
Yeah. However, I said this to
Nash
Scott.
brought it together.
I said this to Scott, and I wrote the note down. Like there has never been anyone in the history of my life, period, let alone wrestling,
and any facet of your life
that I've loved and hated the equal amounts than Kevin Nash.
For sure.
Because, like, dude is really funny.
Yeah.
And does some really funny shit.
Yeah.
But he is also the worst thing to happen to wrestling.
He's also an absolute
other
cancer.
than Hulk Hogan. Like, he is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he is so fucking funny.
He's so funny.
So he says during the promo that you're looking at the two dudes with attitudes, but after this matchup, you're going to look at two chaps with four straps.
So good.
And like, oh my God, it was amazing. Like, it was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Like he was real proud of it too. Like he had a big old smirk on his face.
He knew how good it was.
Like both of us just laughing our ass off. So next we get a nice promo package of Jean-Pierre Lafitte, the current PCO, coming down and stealing Bret Hart's ring jacket at a... Like, it looked like a house show.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then he apparently...
That his mom bought for him.
And he's apparently been stealing the Bret Hart tinted visor glasses from the kids in the crowd that Bret Hart gives them to.
Which is a tight move.
Which actually, honestly, is a really sick gimmick. Like, that is really, really good.
I like that.
So, he comes... Because, of course, his gimmick is that he's a pirate, and pirates steal things.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm really glad that he did this then... And not like the Paul Burchill, like, just be Jack Sparrow version.
Yeah.
Because, like, this as a pirate is, like, a cool gimmick and interesting.
Yeah.
The Paul Burchill thing was, like, just be Jack Sparrow. Like, you don't actually have to do anything other than impersonate Johnny Depp. Mm-hmm. Which is dumb.
Lame.
Although, I did like the post Paul Burchill, or the... Was it before or after? The incest angle was before?
Fucking his sister?
Yeah, the incest angle was before. That was tight.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So Jean-Pierre Lafitte comes.
How much did Paul Burchill imitate Jack Sparrow? Did he get his ass kicked by Amber Heard?
And then she accused him of beating her up, and then he got canceled.
And then he lost.
And then when it turned out that he
it?
wasn't the one that did it, they still canceled him and didn't cancel her.
Yeah, that's right.
I think she got kicked off Aquaman though.
Okay.
The sequel. I think they petitioned to get her kicked off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got her.
We got her. So Jean-Pierre Lafitte comes to the ring. We cut to the back where Bret is there. They introduce Bret to do a promo. Bret sucks.
It's not a good promo.
He's fucking shit.
Bret did not figure out promos until 1997.
When he was just really angry.
He was just mad.
Like, angry Bret is a good Bret.
Yeah.
Babyface Bret sucks.
Yes.
So he says that the match is a matchup between Captain Crook.
I think Captain Cook.
Is he Captain Cook? Because I like Crook because he was stealing stuff from him.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be Crook or Cook. I don't know. It's one or the other. Because like Captain Cook was a pirate, but he wasn't like. I guess pirates are bad guys in theory.
Yeah,
but like not really.
They were rapists.
Not all men are rapists, Scott. Just because they can rape.
Hashtag not all men.
Doesn't mean they
Hashtag
are.
not all men. Hashtag yes all women.
Deal.
Okay.
Captain Crook or Cook versus Captain Crunch, and then Brett says, and I'm Captain Crunch. And we're like, what?
Because I'm part of a balanced breakfast?
Yeah, it's not part of a balanced breakfast. It's a part of a cut your mouth open breakfast. Unless it's blueberry pancake Captain Crunch, because they're round and delicious. But what a weird thing to say. So, like, you're a homosexual captain who sells children breakfast cereal?
I don't think Captain Crunch is gay.
Scott, he's a seagoing captain.
What's the name of his boat?
I don't know, the Power Bottom?
I believe it's the SS Guppy.
Yeah, what do guppies do?
Oh, touche.
They open their mouth wide, and then you put your penis.
And then you put the milk in.
Yeah, you put the milk in. So, yeah, it's just all around a terrible promo by Brett.
It's not good.
So he comes to
Although
the ring.
Brett very quickly makes up for that.
Yes. So Brett comes to the ring through the door of the In Your House instead of the entranceway, which is the garage.
Yes.
So he gets the ring. Lafitte powders out, kind of circles the ring.
Yeah,
Brett
he's in the aisle.
Immediately hits a tope and flies over Lafitte's head.
Lafitte.
And Lafitte also kind of looks like he guides him
kinda
over
helps
him.
Yeah.
So like Brett kind of goes like headfirst into the floor, but doesn't seem to affect him at all.
It's awesome.
It's rules. It's one of the best like fast botchy things you'll ever see. Like it's so good. And then the next note I wrote was like his gear, Lafitte's gear rules.
It's great.
It's thigh-high pirate boots.
Yeah.
Over like
blue velour
pants.
Yeah.
At the top, I could take or leave because it's
mesh...
like a mesh sleeveless shirt.
Yeah.
That's pretty gay. Even for pirate standards, pretty gay.
How about butt pirate standards?
By butt pirate standards, it's actually not gay enough. But
so he's just in an awkward middle ground.
He's figuring himself out. He still needs to figure out where he fits.
Yeah.
But the boots look awesome and the pants look awesome.
Yes, for sure.
And then of course he's got the eye patch.
Yeah.
So then there's there's like a PCO hits Lafitte hits a really good I think I wrote top rope, but I think it was a second rope
it was
leg
top.
drop. It was top.
It was top damn rope.
He hits a really good top rope leg drop, like Psychosis style.
He's a 280-pound high flyer.
Yeah, I mean, he's great, except for the fact that he's never been in shape.
No, always fat.
Big arms, like big strong dude, but just like no chest definition and a gut.
And fat.
Like I said, him and Savio is like a dream match of fat guys who have never been in shape.
But are good. Yeah.
So Brett does another dive.
Yep.
To the floor, which is like which is an actual proper. It's not. Is it a tope? Or does he do like?
I think it's a pescado.
It's a pescado. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does a pescado to him. Whatever. They go back in the ring. There's a quick spot where the feet dumps him back out. He then runs off the rope and does a front flip over the top rope. Brett moves and he completely flat back bumps to the floor.
Full somersault plancha splat.
And Scott was like, oh, maybe he's always been that insane.
He's just always been crazy.
And then it's like, and he's just gonna die from the consequences of doing something crazy. Yeah, I was like, no, he's gonna outlive both of us.
Those are the two options. Like he's just gonna drop dead in his 50s.
He's gonna be,
or he's gonna live to 100.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of those French Canadian scum who live to be like 102.
Yeah, he'll get a letter from the Queen,
even though he shouldn't be alive after the age of 45.
Yeah, no, he should have died 10 years ago.
Absolutely, and like he's on the most steroids.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And then right after the flat back bump on the floor, Brett whips him towards the stairs, and he goes
really hard,
super hard.
And that was the next thing after the missed dive.
The very next spot was like shoulder first, as hard as you can into the stairs.
Yeah.
And the stairs back then were a lot like more metal and hard.
The blue stairs
than they are in the current.
Not these bitch ass silver stairs.
Of course, everybody's soft in wrestling now.
Yeah. No one even has a gun in their bag anymore.
Or a knife.
Pussies.
When they don't smoke in the locker room and jerk off in each other's bags.
Now they get along and play Mario Party.
Losers. And then this match keeps on delivering. Because it gives us an amazing running, like, Brett runs at Lafitte.
Lafitte's, like, hung up in the ropes.
Yeah, goes for a crossbody to, like, I guess, crossbody him over the top.
Yeah.
Lafitte moves, Brett hits the top rope, which causes him to sort of, like, roll the rope down to the second rope.
Yes.
So he's between the ropes, and then just sort of, like, folds over onto his tummy on the bottom rope, and then rolls down onto the bottom rope. Yeah,
he did, like, a different thing on every rope.
Yeah. It was like those things where you put the marble in, and then it like ba-dink, 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 and then it hits like a circle thing, but then it can go one of three directions, like the thing outside of the telesphere of science.
Yep.
Local jokes get me local work.
What was that? Did you ever have one of those like put together like a marble drop system?
I didn't, but when I was a kid, my former best friend and I used to reference him as Clark and Kelly's gay friend.
Nice.
Or Kelly's gay friend Clark and Clark's gay friend Kelly. Across the street growing up had the one that was like the colored plastic ones that you could like sort of connect together. Like,
yes.
And then, but you could make like different.
Yeah.
It was never the same thing, and then you could just put the marbles in, and it would go like wherever you put them.
Yeah. I also
played with that a lot.
Yeah, I also had that, and I'm trying to remember the name.
Now I want one.
It was. Oh, it was German. It was
Klugenflagen.
I think you're like not far. I believe it's Kugelbahn.
Kugelbahn.
Try
and spell it, Scott. I dare you to try and spell it.
I would go Kugelbahn.
Well, that might be right. That is right.
Sick.
Kugelbahn.
Still got it.
There are people on YouTube that make videos of their insanely elaborate ones.
I would be shocked if they didn't.
And they rule.
I bet they're awesome.
I'm going to leave this open so we can watch them afterwards.
Awesome.
There's also if anyone has never seen it, which I highly recommend you do, there is the Marble Olympics on YouTube, and they are excellent.
It's great.
Very fun to watch. Different events. Obviously, somebody's got a lot of time on their hands. I would imagine married with kids and wants to avoid the family.
Oh, like Bobby Bacala in later seasons of The Sopranos, where he gets really into trains in his garage.
I know somebody who had a giant train set in their basement and was definitely like avoiding their family.
Oh, so
and also a couple pinball machines.
Love it
in the basement.
Yeah, a friend of mine from high school. His dad was really just forced to become a train guy by his severely alcoholic bipolar wife.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did he have like the big elaborate like it goes into a mountain? Then there's town folks and he gives them all names,
the works,
and backstories.
You
and
name it,
nice.
He had it. It was his new family.
I like that man.
Yeah.
I don't want his life, but I like.
But I like it. I like that he's out there.
Yeah. So yeah, Brett wins with the sharpshooter. There was a weird moment where, like, all of the crowd at the front of the guardrail opposite Hardcam,
they all acted like someone was going to run in.
Yeah, they like jumped up and looked away from the entranceway.
Yeah.
As if somebody was going to like come through the crowd, jump the guardrail.
And then Brett won.
And that was it.
Yes.
So like, I don't know, like did Jake the snake get out before he came back? Like Jake wasn't there, but the snake was there. I don't know. It was really weird. It was really bizarre.
There was a fight or something.
Maybe there was a fight, or maybe there was tits or something.
Maybe somebody fought some tits.
Maybe there was somebody fought some tits. So after the match, we go back to the back into the Camp Cornette locker room.
Yep.
Where Cornette reveals that Bulldog is going to be the replacement partner for Owen.
Yeah.
Bulldog, however, has done the professional thing and has put on a different set of gear.
Fuck.
However,
yes.
That gear is still pretty ugly.
I mean, yeah, it's not
Bulldog's
the best
got
gear.
bad gear.
It's not the best gear in the world. Bulldog has had much better gear.
I don't like the divided down the middle two colors with Bulldog as two words above each other, like above on top and below. Like it looks ugly. It's hideous. So Bulldog will replace Owen in the match. He's the temporary tag team champion.
Does he get credit for a title run?
No, I think it's always just listed as Owen and Yoko.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like a one-night, one-off thing. So next, for whatever reason, I guess just to get her on a pay-per-view, question mark, is they say former women's champion Alundra Blaze is here, and she's gonna model for you the t-shirt for this pay-per-view, like with Diesel and Shawn, Yoko and Owen on it. It's got like all the belts, and then on the back it says like, the triple threat for all the blah 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 blah. And it's like, what a degrading thing for like the best white women's wrestler.
Yeah,
they're like, you're literally the best women's wrestler we've got, but also you're just like an ugly piece of eye candy.
Yeah, you're a bad model.
You're a bad model. So they send her. She goes away. As she's leaving, Yokozuna's music plays. So now we get the main event.
I feel like they should have done an impromptu mashup of Yoko's and Bulldog's music.
That would have been pretty funny. I do like randomly bad mashups.
Yes.
I bet you if I looked on YouTube, that exists.
I hope so.
There's probably some form of Yokozuna, British... I did not spell that right.
Uh-oh.
British Bulldog... mashup.
Drew, Yokozuna British Bulldog mashup is not spelled Gay space PORN.
Well, first of all, I would just go to Pornhub to gay Pornhub. I'm not going to type in GAYPORN. Like, what the fuck is that? Well, maybe I lied. It does not appear to be...
You're going to have to do it yourself?
No, I'm sure some weird nerd will hear it and be like, "Hey, I did this. I'm not very good at editing music."
Guys, I did that for you.
Apparently Yokozuna was in 2K18. Anyways,
sweet.
So Yoko and Bulldog come out. Then out comes the two dudes with attitudes, who have their cool two dudes with attitudes gear.
Definitely worth getting that gear.
Definitely worth the gear that they have for, I don't know, 2 matches. Yeah. It's ugly.
Although one of them is against Razor and Kid and is so good.
Yeah, that match is great, but the gear is ugly.
Yes.
So at some point, Bulldog and Diesel are in. Bulldog sets him up for a suplex, and then we're like, he's not going to stall him. Like, there's no way he's going to stall him.
And he starts to stall him.
He fucking tries.
And...
Like, he gets him almost all the way.
Yeah.
But then,
Nash can't keep his legs up.
I mean, Nash is super tall.
He's very tall.
And even though Bulldog is really strong...
Bulldog is really, really strong.
The weight balance is really hard. And
it's
also,
tough.
Nash isn't exactly... a guy who's constantly taking big stalling moves.
Yeah, I can't imagine Nash has to post for moves very often.
So he definitely kind of drops Nash forward, and Nash lands on his side.
And you can tell Bulldog's like, fuck.
You can tell Bulldog's mad. I don't know if he's necessarily mad at Diesel.
He's not. I'm not mad at you. Yeah. I'm mad at the situation.
He's mad at the fact that the spot did not go according to plan.
Yeah.
So he picks him up again, and we're like, no, he's just gonna do a regular suplex, but no,
he gets him.
The second time he gets him up. He
there was
stall for very long,
but he does stall, and like the determination in Bulldog's eyes, like he was getting it this time.
There's no way he's not fucking doing it.
Oh yeah,
no fucking around. Gets him up and like stalls him.
Yeah,
it's wild because like when was the last time you saw anybody other than like the Giant?
Yeah.
Or like Undertaker maybe do like a big fucking move to Nash.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever does it. Like Kevin Nash has taken the least amount of opponent bumps of anyone in wrestling.
Of any multi-time world champion.
Every bump he takes is himself. Yeah. Like get kicked, and then he takes that weird like kick your legs out bump that he always does.
Yes.
It's real weird. At some point in commentary, Vince McMahon refers to Yokozuna as a behemoth.
That's correct. Behemoth.
A bohemian behemoth. It's a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
Because Vince McMahon's got bad brains, although they're not as bad as they're going to be.
He's a fat guy from Czechoslovakia.
There is... So, Yoko gets Shawn down in the corner and goes to sit up for the bonsai drop.
Ooh.
When we first saw it,
we thought it
looked like Shawn barely got out of the way. Like Yoko was gonna land on Shawn's
face. Yeah.
We rewound it and then watched it again, and it was not as close.
It was just like,
but still like closer than you'd want to be for a.
It was good timing by Shawn, but he was cutting it fairly
for
close.
Like a 600-pound man going off the second rope.
I'd be
very close.
Yeah.
So he barely avoided death, and then. there was a big power slam by the Bulldog.
Yeah, Bulldog hits his finisher.
And so we're on hard cam, and you can only see the ring, not the two corners closest to you.
Yeah, so Yoko's been
dumped to the floor by a super kick.
Yeah,
Bulldog, by sweet chin music.
Yeah, that's right. A bad sweet chin music.
A bad sweet chin music, yeah. A lazy sweet chin music.
Yeah, because I think Sean was a little too far away from it. It had to do like a big stretch. Bulldog hits his finisher on Diesel, the move he beat Bam Bam with earlier to zero pop, because the fans do not see Bulldog becoming world champion right now.
What?
And to bring that point home, 1-2 huge elbow drop by Sean off the top out of nowhere.
Like and you couldn't see it until because it was hard cam, couldn't see him.
You see the bottom half of the elbow drop.
They did a camera cut to the angle that goes from the corner to Sean's left.
Yeah.
And then you just see Bam hit the elbow drop.
Yeah, it was shockingly good WWE camera work.
Could you imagine if Kevin Dunn still did that now?
It would be lovely.
It would be great.
I'd maybe watch WWE more
framed
often.
Things properly, and there wasn't 30 cuts and in, out, in, out. But
that'd be cool.
That is a conversation for another time when we are more angry. Well-timed elbow drop. Sean gets out of the ring. Diesel gets up to go for the jackknife.
Here comes Owen. He was a liar.
Owen flies down the ramp.
Owen was faking for attention.
And in noted Hart family tradition, Owen is a phony.
A goddamn phony.
Just like his goddamn brother. And you know what? All of his brothers. Everybody in the Hart family is a goddamn phony.
Keith.
Hart. Owen out of nowhere climbs the top rope, goes for an axe
I'm going to say axe handle.
Gets punched in the stomach by Diesel.
Yep.
Diesel then hits a jackknife.
Pins his ass.
So, two dudes with attitudes are now four lads. Or what was it?
Two chaps with four straps. And a man who was not in the match got pinned.
So they only have one tag belt because in the Owen is not there. So
Owen would have his belt with him.
Belt, so they're sharing the one belt.
So the way they take the post match picture for the
newsletters,
for the rags,
for the
rags. Diesel's got his world title over shoulder. Sean's got his Intercontinental title over his shoulder, and then they have the one tag belt, and they're both just holding it it's like they're holding hands, but the belt is in between them.
The belt is in between them.
It's keeping it from being gay.
Hands and title belts across America.
Yes.
So then the last note that I wrote, because the referee was Earl Hebner.
Yeah.
And I just wrote in kayfabe and then in brackets and real life.
Bad ref.
Like, Earl's a shit ref.
Yeah, why'd you count that pin, asshole?
Because even if you're, like, in theory, a babyface referee, you're not even doing what your actual job is. No. Your actual job is to follow the rules of the match. You know
who is in the match.
Like, if the heels did that, you wouldn't count the pinfall.
That's correct.
Because that's not the legal man.
Yeah.
But in this case, you're like, fuck it. I'm going to count the pinfall. So, like, yeah.
I'm tired.
What a bad fucking referee. Like, what... In all honesty, he's always been a bad fucking referee. Other than the one sick bump he took through the ropes.
I've always been a Dave Hebner man myself.
I've always been a Brian Hebner man myself.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he is actually a good referee.
He's good.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
Because he's not in WWE, he's not in AEW, he's not in Impact.
Maybe he's just...
I guess Cage Match doesn't list referees.
No, he's just minding the Hebner family fortune.
Sure.
Maybe he's retired.
From all those... stolen merchandise that Earl and Dave were selling out of the back of their van.
That was awesome.
That's what they got fired originally, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well,
bootleg merch.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Not really bootleg merch, real merch, but sold illegally.
yeah, stolen merch.
Stolen merch, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Yeah. Stolen real merch.
Yeah. What a piece of shit family. But I guess, you know what, in all honesty, everyone in wrestling's a piece of shit. So.
Yeah, if you're not a piece of shit, go into another line of work.
Yeah, 100%. Like, name me the one good man in wrestling.
Bryan Danielson.
I bet you he's done some bad things.
No, he's pure.
I don't believe you.
He's wholesome 100.
You know what, one time, I bet you he didn't even compost. I bet you he just threw his garbage out.
Fuck you.
He threw food waste in a regular garbage can.
He composted his world title belt.
He composted poop on Total Divas. Like, he made Brie Bella like put her poop in a container to take out to the
Ball game.
compost.
Oh.
Like, it's insane. He might be the only one. But yeah, so that was In Your House 3.
Yep.
Next, obviously, is In Your House 4.
What's up next? 4?
From Manitoba, Canada.
October 95.
October 95.
I hope nothing bad happens to Shawn Michaels between now and then.
Nah, I'm sure he's cool.
Okay.
You know what? I don't think his mouth will get him into any trouble.
No, I think it's smooth sailing for Shawn from here on. Until his career is over for a little while in 2 years and a little bit.
But you know what? Fuck him.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm definitely okay with it.
I'm okay with him having a 4-year timeout and then coming back and being better.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, stay tuned. You're gonna find out that the secret letter this time is
L.